Hello, guys. Welcome back to Aura Talks Football. You know who this is. This is Holland, the fellow co-host of the Aura Talks Football, and you know who I am, obviously, guys. And today we'll be reviewing the Game Week 4 of the Game Week season. There are so much intense moments in regards to the match day, and obviously very lot of controversy, and also a lot of ups and downs in regards to the Premier League season. So far, we're in the early stages of the season, and I'd like to do this first and foremost. Shout out to Property Things Kitchen. They're based in South East London. You guys know who Raj is. He's a founder of Property Things Kitchen, and they're obviously our main sponsor. So give them a follow on Instagram, give them a follow on certain aspects of social media. I don't know whether they're on Facebook, but predominantly just follow them on Instagram and get the best food in London personally. But I've not been there yet. I'm looking to go soon. So first and foremost, let's introduce our guests. Ollie, how are you doing, bro?
I'm good. Big up for having me on.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on, especially with that Arsenal result, which
Yeah.
could be quite controversial, but we'll get into that, guys. And also the founder of Aurora Talks Football, Oris. How you doing, bro?
Big up, big up, big up. No, it's great to see you. Yeah, listen, obviously, if you guys know me and Hardy, well, we don't hide. We just say our things. We just say our opinions. And yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to the stream. But yeah, big up.
Yeah, as Oris actually alluded to, we're going to definitely keep it PG. We're not going to actually going to turn it into a 15 or
Don't worry,
maybe
we're
an
not
18
Wajid. We're
show.
not
So,
Wajid. Wajid went crazy last night. So yeah.
oh, absolutely. We've got to stick to the guidelines, otherwise we'll get cancelled. But that is not going to happen, guys. Let's start with the first game. United versus Arsenal. United versus Arsenal. Let's start with this, guys. So let's go to Ores, bro. Ores, what were your thoughts on the game in terms of the controversy around the referee and also United's performance overall? Do you think it's an improvement in comparison to the past three games?
For me, the referee. Listen, I think first half, I think Arsenal fans will complain about the ref saying that apparently he was on United's side. Blah blah blah. I've said it. Saka's foul should be a red card. Because if that was Casemiro, other way around, Sky Sports will be talking about it for 7 days in a row. And then you will see pundits talking about it as well. So Saka's foul, for me, should have been a red. So I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, because the way Anthony Taylor, this is the same ref that gave a red card for Casemiro last season as well. So listen, it is what it is for me. Um, Game overall, listen, I'm gonna be honest. When I saw Johnny Evans coming on, I closed my eyes. I put my hands. I did that because I couldn't see the action anymore. Because I've said it on the match review that this club should not be handing contract extensions to Johnny Evans. But then, half the fan base said, "Let's get behind him because he used to play for United." But listen, performance overall, I think for me, I think it's our best performance this season. If we're talking about it, if we scrap those two goals at the 90 minutes, I think it's our best performance, and that just says it all really how bad our season has been so far. But listen, I think Eric Ten Hag, I think he could have made the subs way earlier for me, way quicker. I think Hoyland, he had 30 minutes, but maybe take out Ericsson and bring on. Listen, we didn't have no options. Like if you guys look at the bench, we had Dan Gore and Hannibal, so we had no options for midfield. So that says all really. When I demand for 3 to 4 signings, we don't get our answers. But listen, Arsenal, they get their credit because they I wouldn't say they deserved it, but it was a very good game to watch. But yeah, it's just a shame that we bought those two goals at the end. But yeah, like I said, we just have to. Our injuries keep getting worse. But I know obviously both managers today have came out and said Lindelof is fine and Martin is fine. But listen, we need to defensively. We need to wake up, man. Honestly, defensively, I thought Dalot had his best game. I thought he kept Saka quiet. So big up to Dalot. Wan-Bissaka, Wan-Bissaka Martinelli. There was more. There's more attention for the left hand side really for me, Martin and Wan-Bissaka. So I think for Wan-Bissaka done all right, but at the end of the day, Arsenal got the 3 points. So listen, and by the way, that foul for me, Gabriel and Hoyland. I don't know what Gabriel was watching before the game, WWE or what, but for me, that's a penalty, man. It's a penalty. You're dragging him down, no attention for the ball. So it's a penalty for me, but I'm not crying. Listen, Ten Hag said, obviously after the game, the Hoyland foul was a penalty. We didn't actually see the replay because this stupid VAR, people that are actually behind the VAR, they didn't show no replays. But obviously, once they did, I think it was Match of the Day anyways, or Sky Sports, once they showed the replay, now I know what Ten Hag's talking about. So, yeah. But listen, Arsenal got the 3 points. United, again, away record. Don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Bruno, for me, he didn't have his best game. So, yeah. But this just shows you why John Murtough and Richard Norton are both incompetent and should get sacked immediately, but they won't. So, yeah, here's what it is for me.
Also, go back to the game. What was your impression on Højlund? Do you think he made a great impact from off bench?
Yeah, he looked good. He looked tough. Excuse me, but him and Gabriel, lots of strength. So, yeah, I thought Højlund was impressive. Hopefully, he starts in the next game because Martial, listen, I've had enough. I even had enough of this other season, but he didn't show. I know Hardy's smiling because I'm now criticizing Martial, but he doesn't do anything, man. He really doesn't do anything. So I do hope Højlund starts. So yeah, listen, Højlund promising. I think he almost scored. I think that cross. I think it was Rashford that crossed it. So
yeah, nearly took it in.
Promising. I'm really looking forward to this guy, by the way. So yeah, man. Hopefully he keeps up.
That is true. I mean, go back to United style play. Do you see any difference in comparison to the start of the season? Can you see any patterns play from a transition point of view? Are United much more improved from building out the back?
I still think for some reason we're still shaky, but I'm not. For me to criticize Eric Ten Hag, I need to see a full team. I need to see Aaron back coming in. I need to see Varane coming back in. So for me to actually criticize Ten Hag, I need to see his players actually playing. So once everyone's back, Amrabat's in, Varane's in. I couldn't give a shit about Luke Shaw, by the way. He's another one that should have been gone way early, but Dalot's left back. Everyone's in. That's when we can actually criticize Ten Hag, and that's where if there's an actual style of play. And yeah, but for me, I just away from home. What is the style of play? Because 1 minute we're sitting back trying to hit on the counter attack, and then just another minute we're doing hoof balls. We act like the ball is like a time bomb. So I really don't know. Like for me, the midfield will get balanced once Amrabat comes in. So I want to see that midfield getting balanced first of all. Højlund starts, and then that's where we can actually say is their style of play from Ten Hag in the second season. But as of now, I don't think no United fans can say there's a style of play at this current moment of time. So yeah.
That's true. It depends on the profile of players, the system, and also the consistency in terms of how many players actually play in the team. We will have to see that on the Eric Ten Hag, and hopefully that will improve. And that's down to the structure of the club. Ollie, let's go to you, mate. So with Arsenal's win, what are your thoughts on it and why? And do you think there's a lot of controversy around the officiating?
We're going to win the quadruple.
Yeah, that's some good result. I obviously hear refs talking about the ref a lot. Just want to explain that the ref was from Manchester, so he was born not far from the stadium. Apparently, supports some non-league team. But listen, we won the game, and the refs from Manchester. But yeah, onto the game. Good goal from Rashford. I was a bit disappointed when we went down, but great response from Ødegaard. Absolutely brilliant goal. Good teamwork. 1-1 half time. I'd take that. At least we weren't losing. And then the game was a bit boring for a while. 1-1 for a while. For me, it was offside. The goal. I know a lot of United fans are crying, saying it was offside. It was onside. For me, I got really angry when the goal went in. I thought we'd lost the game. Then it was offside, and I know it's controversy, but the whole game there was stupid with decisions. The Højlund penalty, the Havertz penalty. I know that wasn't a penalty, the Havertz, but the referee pointed to the spot, and he had to change his decision. The Gabriel, I don't think it was a penalty. I think Gabriel Højlund holded on to him as well, and he just went no. There could have been a red card as well, but there was plenty of yellow cards. I don't think there was any chance for a red card. But yeah, late drama, good goal from Rice. It just proves that when we get corners late on, we switch on. Good goal from Rice. Corner comes in from Saka, get great assists. And then
shows why Evans is absolute dog shit, by the way.
Mm.
Johnny
and then
Evans.
obviously Dalot, what is he doing with that Havertz Jesus goal? Absolutely awful. Sliding.
That goal, no one's at fault, by the way.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit controversial, but I think it's a normal goal,
But
you're gone.
yeah, the Rice goal reminds me of when we were 2-0 down against Bournemouth, and then Nelson scored in the last minute to win us 3-2. And it reminds me a lot of that. And it's good to have Rice get his first goal for Arsenal. Really good. Another thing, I know it's a bit cringy, but he's in my fantasy team, so thanks for scoring, Rice. Big up. But yeah, it's really good for him to get his first goal. I'm not going to say he's world class yet, but he's proven that he's a brilliant player for Arsenal. He scored. He's been passing well. He's done well for the club, I think. And then you think of Jesus, it's good for him to come on and score. Obviously, he did get a yellow card, but it doesn't really matter. Obviously, Højlund came on as well. Good to see him come on. I thought he was good, you know. He didn't get a goal, but I think in other games where it's an easier game, he'll get a goal. And Johnny Evans as well, that was a stupid sub. And Maguire came on as well.
Maguire as well.
By the way, Maguire,
Also fans really for cheering for him as well.
Arsenal
And then
in his name. That's all.
And then also a sub that Arteta made, I was a bit like, why would you bring on Jorginho when the game's literally just done? Like, that's really stupid. Like, I know maybe just to defensive before the end of the game, but and then obviously Nelson came on. Vieira as well. He's done well when he's come on. Tomiyasu. I think our back four it was really good to have our back four back. Ben White, Zinchenko, Gabriel, and Sadi, because when we were playing with Partey at right back, I just didn't understand it. And that's why we drew to Fulham. That's why we only narrowly won against Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. So it's good to have that back four back. We've got a good record with that back four. Odegaard as well, brilliant game for him. Havertz, I don't want to see this guy starting a lot. Saka, absolutely brilliant game. And Ketia as well, I do want to see Jesus starting. And obviously, another thing, Ramsdale, don't diss my guy, man. Good game, few catches. Obviously, he conceded, but he did get a touch on the goal. And apart from that, he could have kept a clean sheet. But yeah, brilliant. And Raya will start. Don't worry, don't cry, Arsenal fans. He'll start in the Carabao Cup, in the Champions League, FA Cup. Don't worry, but Ramsdale will always be our number one in the Premier League, unless he gets injured or unless he loses form. But yeah, I've talked a lot about the game. Big up Willie for joining. I'll let him talk. But yeah, good result for Arsenal. Good to bounce back from Fulham. But yeah, good win.
First of all, before I actually go to Willie, overall, my thoughts on the game is that it was such a shambolic performance. I think from a style play point of view, we lacked that intensity, we lacked the patterns of play in certain aspects of the game. But overall, Arsenal deserve a victory, and the controversy around refereeing is just so boring. Will refereeing ever get fixed in the Premier League? That's the question. That's the question that I actually asked to the officials.
Got to be a proper centre back, you absolute frauds, whoever's up there. But listen, they don't want to listen to United fans, don't they? They just want to do what they do. Johnny Evans' wife works for MEFC, so you know what? A 1-year contract with Johnny Evans. For me, I don't get it. I really don't get it. He's 35 years old. Listen, none of the championship clubs, relegated or whatever, wanted this guy. Just shows you how incompetent this board is. So, listen, and what's even more embarrassing, Arsenal fans trying Harry Maguire's name. That is...
It's embarrassing. How far we've fallen, though?
We're just a circus of a club. Listen, we are not winning either any trophies, whether it's FA Cup, Premier League, under this ownership. They're going to go soon. It's confirmed. They're going to go soon, but they keep continuing doing this absolute frauds of handing out new contracts. Luke Shaw probably playing Call of Duty right now. Malacia, I don't know what he's doing. When did Malacia get injured? Because I think it was pre-season.
Was it the start of pre-season?
Yeah, for me,
pre-season.
Malacia, man, that injury is suspicious. But yeah, Mason Mount probably doing TikToks with that chicken shop lady. So I don't know.
Chicken shop dates, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, listen. Let me hear Waleed, man. Let me hear Waleed.
So it's Waleed. What were your thoughts on the game? And from a tactical point of view, do you think Arsenal actually did deserve a victory?
All right, before I get started, I just want to bring up the NHS workers. I want to bring up the hospital staff over these past few years. I want to bring up the amazing mothers who do the great work. But anyway, Hey, let me take a little bit of water, man. I need to drink these United fan tears in there real quick. Oh, very salty indeed. All right, so let's get started. Oh, mate, where do you even start? I can't lie. I just still, the thing that I find more impressive is the fact that Arsenal can go ahead and win games without performing well. Because 10 points out of 12 potential up for grabs, I'll take that. Like, if you told me that in like May, April, whenever the fixture just came out, if you would have told me that, I would have taken that 100%. And I think like we were better than United, but that doesn't mean that we played well.
Okay.
We still weren't the greatest. We weren't that good today. Sorry, I say today. We weren't that good on Sunday, innit? But like, I think that Rashford goal woke us up, and I feel like it's getting a bit annoying that we need to fall behind to actually realize, oh wait, how are we letting these guys beat us? I think we need to learn to just control games. Like, we control games in terms of passing the ball around and scoring goals, but in terms of up here controlling the game, realizing, oh yes, the ball's in our court. We're in our stadium, yeah. North London forever, yeah. We're in the Emirates, yeah. We're not gonna let these guys play us off the park. And to be honest, we let you guys have 200 passes in the first half. Barely left the side of your, like, the way we were pressing you guys, like making sure you guys didn't even leave your half for most of that game. And then Kai Havertz, and I can't lie to you, it is his fault for the first goal. Like, you can't be giving the ball away in that situation. Eriksen, brilliant ball. Rashford does what he does to Ben White every year, absolutely tears him a new one. It's gone to a point where like he might have to just report Rashford for some devious crimes, because to every single year in, year out, to get cooked like that, to not know what he's going to do, to not know you're going. If I'm watching the match, if I'm watching, I'm seeing he's going to cut on his right and bang it. He's going to cut on his right and bend it. Tell me why you're giving him 5 yard space. Tell me why you're letting him cut inside. Ramsdale got a touch to it. Unlucky, couldn't save it. But what he's going to do every year. Get hype to him, yeah. I've had enough of people. Oh, it's just so stupid because you know exactly what he's going to do. And just crazy. I think he had like one touch of the ball and that was kickoff before that goal. And the fact that he just does that one little thing to be out of the game for such a long period of time, you have one little moment of spark. It's brilliant. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a brilliant goal, a lovely goal. You know, I go ahead for about 35 seconds. And then, we absolutely cut you guys open apart, not going through butter. Just drink some water real quick.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Then, I can't lie, Martinelli had Wan-Bissaka's number as well. Like, the amount of times he got past and put crosses into the box, that assist was lovely. Behind the whole defense for Odegaard to smack it in. Oh no, that little jump man was giving it that, saying all of that. When United scored, as soon as we could equalize, like, calm, doing what Zinchenko did last year. And we're like, yeah, guys, relax. Shush, absolute joke, man. Nothing. Yeah, so we go ahead, equalize, heading into the game, and we're still dominating. But I can't lie, there was chances in that game where we should have even scored, like that chance that Havertz had when he just miskicked the ball. And then and then Nketiah tried to get onto it. I can't lie, yeah. I don't understand why no one's spoken about this as well, yeah. But Victor Lindelof arguably should have got sent off because you let the ball go out. Yeah? The ball's, no, listen, let me talk. Look, Kevin De Bruyne, yeah. How can a guy can let the ball, he's ball watching, he's letting the ball go out play, things go out play. Nketiah heads onto the ball, gets there first, he drags him back. I don't care if Martinez is next to him. There's no Arsenal player behind him. I don't understand how that's not a yellow.
The irony of you to say that and then
Saka. Bruno.
Now that was Casemiro.
Saka what?
Saka challenge, man. That's a red card.
On what?
Also,
on Bruno. No, it's not, because it's a follow through and he got the ball. And also he got fouled, which allowed him to go into the field.
Hardy, you better not have that, you know. Don't stay quiet.
I don't think it was a follow through. It was clearly intentional.
But he physically got moved. He got pushed. Like, he got fouled, which in turn fouled Bruno. If he never got fouled, he never would have gone in for that challenge. So that's why it's just circumstantial. Lindelof on the hand watched the ball. He saw that he wasn't going to get to the ball. He saw that Eddie and then put it back.
Anthony Taylor is absolute.
No, but I can't, like, every single time he refs Arsenal games, he does it beautifully. Look at the FA Cup finals, Chelsea. Look at all the big games we've had. Like, every single time Anthony Taylor's our ref.
Brother, have Hardy as ref, man. PGA.
Every
single time I see him as referee at 5 games, I was like, creme de la creme. But anyway, yeah. So we're going into the second half now. Havertz, that's not a penalty. It's a stupid dive. If anything, if you stay on your feet, you jump over those challenges. You're 1v1. You can smack that roof in it, make it 2-1. But no, Chelsea mindset he still got, trying to buy stupid fouls. Of course, it wasn't a foul. And then once again, you sub him off. You bring off Fabio Vieira. He just changes the team. He changes the game. He makes us go more forward instead of these sideways backward passes. Gets the ball in the half time. He's driving. playing the ball to Martinelli constantly. Can't like our corners were stinking that day as well. We had like 13 corners. It was terrible. And then Mr. Garni, Mr. Ronaldo Bumlicker himself, Garnacho, comes on the pitch. It's a bit like Casemiro puts in a through ball where our defense is all out of sorts. Just gotta bring out the Michael Jackson real quick from Gabriel. What he did, the little he kept it offside. Brilliant defending. And I can't lie, listen, let me make something clear. Yeah? Let me make something extremely clear. Yeah? People are talking about how offside is. Oh, it wasn't clear and obvious, so it shouldn't be offside. What people are not understanding, they're treating the offside rule just like how they treat the goal line technology. If it's factual, it's not about opinions. If you're offside, it doesn't matter whether your hair follicle is offside, doesn't matter whether your glasses are offside, doesn't matter whether your nose is offside. If you can score with any part of this, if you can score with that and it's ahead of the player, you're offside. The lines are there for a reason, because even at the end of the day, if that would have happened against us, of course I'd have been pissed off. Of course I'd have been so angry that happened. But you can't argue with facts. You can't argue with technology. That's like saying, the ball didn't go over the line when you physically can see that it went over the line. That's how they're treating offsides. They're not treating offsides about, but if the attacker is in favour or if the defender there's no if, buts and maybes, just like Jamie Redmond. We do absolutes over here. And the absolute fact that they're doing is they're making sure that, okay, if this player is behind the line, offside. If he's in front of the line, onside. That's what they're doing. So all United fans here, you guys probably salty in that saying, you guys didn't win the game because you probably would have. Like to be honest, you guys are saying, you would have won the game. There's no other team in the Premier League in this past year that scored more 90th minute winners or equalizers than Arsenal. So how do you know that you would have even gone on to win the game knowing you guys? And also, let me not even talk about that. The absolute monstrosity and disrespect on our name to be subbing on Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans on our pitch, on our stadium, on our carpet, to be bringing on them joke men. Bear in mind,
John Murtaugh. That's John Murtaugh, not us. That's John Murtaugh, not United.
No, this is Eric Ten Hag because he didn't trust Lindelof. That's why. He was like,
No. Ten Hag wanted Todibo, Kim and Jay, and other centre backs. United said no. And then Ten Hag didn't want Johnny Evans.
And also, this is another thing, not every single loss you have to blame on the Glazers. Everybody knows the situation of the Glazers and how they're shit owners, Everybody knows that they're terrible owners. Sorry for language, but everyone knows that they're terrible owners. You don't need to bring it up after every single loss, because if you bring it up after every single win and every single loss, then I get it. But if you win games, like against Nottingham Forest, I didn't hear anyone say Glazers out or
I did.
No, but I'm talking in the sense of like, we won the game, but I still won the Glazers out. All I was hearing was, we won the game. Phew, that was close. Every single time you lose a game, however, that's when you say, the Glazers, it's the Glazers. Ten Hag needs to get some sort of blame for that, because the team that he put out, it was probably the best possible start 11 he could have brought out. But in terms of the way United are playing, this is the same United that have been playing the same way for the past 10 years, counter-attacking football. The ideology of Ten Hag ball. What is Ten Hag ball? Ten Hag ball is meant to be possession-based football. It's meant to be pressing from the front. It's meant to be winning the ball back, and having ball-playing players. This is the same Man United that I saw in 2018, in 2019, when we had guys like Jose who finished second in Europa League, and that was happy. But you guys are brought in Ten Hag, and it's the exact same thing. I haven't seen any changes. There's maybe a few games here and there where, you might see Ten Hag ball, but that's not good enough. If you want to challenge for a league, if you want to challenge, or just be in our position, if you want to be in our position of, second, but just about challenging City, you need to play like the way everyone else is playing nowadays. Like, you can't just be expecting, why do you think your away form is so bad? Like, 1 point out of the past, 11? That's atrocious. 2 years ago,
the Emirates, Wally.
No, but even in general, but only 2 years ago, these guys had the best away record in Premier League history.
Away from home.
Away from home,
under that clown Ollie,
unbeaten all season, and then they come back and they can't even get a goal or a point. Like, that's man. But
Arsenal, to see Ten Hag ball, we need to see obviously players in the actual position and not fucking Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans, because that's another we want to see that. We want to see Amrabat come into the midfield. I want to see Højlund starting more games. Obviously, I know he got 30 minutes, but if Højlund starts, Amrabat starts, and we get back our normal centre-back partnership, that's when I feel regular. Listen, I'm pissed off with this signing, man. I'm not going to mention about his girlfriend, because I know regular. There's Hardy.
No, but apparently with the signing, what happened was that there's a clause in the contract. This is why I didn't get real about it.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause there's a clause in the contract where like you can be like, oh, we don't want to take him from January onwards. So basically, from January onwards, he's going back to Tottenham. Basically, so you only have him
Go back
to December, innit?
So it's a
Ideally.
loan move.
It's better than Luke Shaw, by the way.
Yeah.
Regular's
It's
better
a
than Luke
loan,
Shaw.
but it's like if Tottenham want him back, or if United want to send him back, it's like the Dubravka one. It's the same thing. Like if Newcastle.
Oh, don't even mention that name, man. Dubravka, man. We've got the better Turkish keeper,
What's he
man.
done to you, fam?
Bayındır. We got Alter Bayındır, man.
Can't even pronounce it.
For me, United next summer we need to get a first team left back and a first team right back. For me, we want to get competition like how Arsenal do with their centre backs and the right backs. We need to get competition. So for me, listen.
No, but you need
to wake up. Stop giving full control to Ten Hag because that's not how football club is run.
But you need a centre back. That's
we need a centre back. But the club said no. The club said no to Kim and Jay.
Listen,
the club said no to Kim and Jay. And Todibo, who we can get for 30 million, the club said no. So this club, for me, once I hope to pray, when Qatar buys this club, gives good, competent people upstairs, let's please do not give full control to Snell, because that's not. Listen, I hope Ragnick stayed on, because Ragnick was always right. It's like open heart surgery, man. United can sort out things out within 1 to 2 years. That's what Ragnick said, not 5 years' time. So Ragnick continues to stay on. I truly believe because he wanted the amount of players. I could go on 24/7. The amount of players Ragnick wanted, and the club said no.
Enzo Fernandez, Diaz, and Kunku.
Listen, we need to go get. I forgot that guy's name. He used to be at Liverpool. Michael Edwards. I think his name is Michael Edwards.
Mark Edwards, yeah.
Michael Edwards. Go get this guy.
What, the one that's at Monaco? Oh, that's
cool. He was at Liverpool, then he left. He was at Liverpool. Go get Michael Edwards. Get him in at Man United, and then get 50% voting with the manager and the board. Not 100% turn out because that's not how a normal club runs. You see City and Arsenal, Edu and Arteta, they both work together.
But also it's about the players that Arteta wants. If Arteta wants this player, ideally we're gonna go for the player. And also City as well. Like Pep Guardiola wanted Kovacic, so they got Kovacic. They wanted Guardiola, so they got Guardiola. But I think it's a situation where it's interesting because everybody's saying, "Oh, City, 115 charges. Oh, they're breaking the law. They're spending all this money, this and that." But as soon as United will get these owners, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're winning Premier League, you're doing all this stuff." You're not good. That's the last thing that's going to be on your mind. That's last thing going to be like, "Oh, but
no, we're not winning the Premier League. No.
Not yet.
It'll take time. We need to get rid of the players.
If you get the Qataris in, you're going to win a Premier League in the next 5 years. Like
we need to get rid of them.
Liverpool,
we need to get rid of players.
Newcastle went from relegation in December 2022 to December 2021. They went from relegation to a year later battling for top 4 in the space of a year, and they didn't even sign that many players. They signed they didn't splash cash. The only person splash cash on at the time was like Bruno Gomares. And bearing in mind, you're not going to splash cash because you guys.
And also Trippier as well. Trippier in January.
Trippier, yeah. For me, listen.
Yeah.
We cannot say. If we do get bought, we cannot say we're going to win the Premier League straight away because that's not how it's going to work. We need to get rid of the players that leaks out lineups 5 hours early before the match day because the Arsenal United game, someone actually leaked out from the dressing room 5 hours before the game, and they got it right actually. So yeah. So for me, I think dressing room leaks or lineup leaks. I think it's normal. I think it's normal.
Lineup leaks.
I think
lineup leaks. Yeah, but you can also it's kind of realistic. Like the team that you're going to put out, you've been putting out the same team all year. Like it's not like it wasn't rocket science. Like
you want to see the lineup. You don't want any leaked lineups before you watch the game.
Yeah, otherwise we're exposing tactics.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me,
listen, it's a thing where like players. Yeah, we're gonna. I'll say this last one, and we'll move on to the other games and that because we're already like 5 minutes in. But what I'm gonna say is this: like you got players in your team who don't want to be there. Sorry, no, who want to be there, but they don't want to play. They are just going there to secure the bag. Like Phil Jones is still at the club. Actually, is he or is he leave?
No, he's not.
No, he's left.
He's left now. But Eric Bailly's just left. But you still got what? You refuse to leave. Apparently, you've got people who aren't going to get game time. You've got people like Amad Diallo, baller, and he's not playing. And then injured. Yeah, okay, cool. But when he comes back, if he's not playing, then questions have got to be asked. You've got Martial, this Anthony Martial guy, all these Martial bumlickers on Twitter in general. This United trade guy, all of these guys that are being like, oh. Martial's the next big thing. This guy still got his Ballon d'Or clause from 10 years ago in his contract. Do you know what's happened in the past 10 years? Like what? 7 different iPhones have come out, and this guy's still. Guys, so and in general, you still got him in like starting 11. Like, if you guys want to do better, get rid of these players, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I bet Hardy
That's
still wants
true.
Ronaldo back. Hardy wants Ronaldo back.
No.
Yeah.
You see the two celebrations. Right, let's move on because we're talking about.
Yeah. So yes, guys, let's go into the other game. So Luton 1, West Ham United 2. So Ollie, let's move on to what were your thoughts on this game? Do you think West Ham deserve a win? Your opinion?
Yeah, I like this game because you know why? I actually predicted the score right, and it's good for the Prem predictions, especially the one with Hanno and the one with the Red Sox football. So I predicted the score right. I thought it'd be a 2-1. I thought, you know what, Luton will get a home goal. West Ham will win the game, but they'll get 2 goals. For me, I didn't watch the game, I don't think. So I don't really know much, but I know Kurt Zouma scored and Gerard Bowen, absolutely brilliant player. And it shows that West Ham can do well without Declan Rice. They brought in Ward-Prowse, who's a brilliant player. Ariola's been playing instead of Fabianski, which is a bit controversial, but maybe Ariola will be the number 1 soon. Maybe Fabianski will leave somewhere and then Ariola will be number 1. Antonio as well, he hasn't really been that impressive. He hasn't really been scoring goals. Paqueta, brilliant player. Their defense is a bit shaky. But yeah, West Ham, man, they have got, same as Arsenal, 10 points out of 12, and they drew 1, which is what Arsenal do as well. Luton are looking a bit shaky, currently bottom of 19th, obviously. Burnley are bottom, but they've yet to win a game. They've lost 2-1 to West Ham, 3-0 to Chelsea, and 4-1 to Brighton. So things aren't looking, it's almost like top versus bottom, really. Luton are 19th, West Ham are 4th. But yeah, I like the game because I predicted it right. Not the best of games though. You know, West Ham have got rid of Declan Rice. Luton aren't really, you know, they've got a stadium with a back garden in it and not won a game yet. So bit of a boring game, but yeah, I predicted the score right. But yeah, West Ham were 1-0 up, and obviously Luton got the consolation goal. And I know a few Luton fans, and they'll probably be a bit annoyed about the result. But yeah, good result for West Ham. Luton not looking good for them. They looks like they're going back down to the Championship for me. I don't see them winning any game this season unless they win by luck or they win convincingly through something. But they are, and it's really funny. I heard a stat. They're building a stadium for 2026, and they're still thinking they'll be in the Prem then. So it'd be funny if they're not in the Prem and they built this stadium.
Oh,
like,
no way.
There's no way that they've done that, and they're staying in the stadium with the back garden in it. It's ridiculous.
Literally, someone's having a shower and they can literally check who it
Yeah,
is.
they can literally have a shower in their house, and they can see. And their way end is literally you walk through past someone's garden. And what if an Arsenal fan's going there and walking past someone's garden?
That's my active striker, by the way. Big up to Hoyland, man. Big up to him.
Yeah.
Well, there.
But final thoughts in the game, I predicted the score right, and yeah, good win for West Ham.
That's really good. Big up,
Mano.
So, Willie, how about yourself? What were your thoughts on this game as neutral?
I actually watched the game for a minute one tonight. I wanted to see Kenilworth Road in its full entirety, and I'm not gonna lie to you. West Ham, I'm not gonna lie, they spend that Declan Rice money very well. Alvarez looks a very good player. I saw the way he was just conducting the midfield. Yeah, it's against Luton, but still, for a Premier League debut, it doesn't get any better than that. I'm not gonna lie. Ward-Prowse and Bowen, same thing. You know what you're gonna get with them, and the fact they're not getting a pull up. Let me not speak about England, man. But West Ham, I'm not gonna lie, they are looking very good. To be in the top 4 heading into first international break, you can't ask for anything better than that. Moyes, I even said in my TikTok video, I even said when I was doing the predictions and the my predictions for the upcoming season, I said first manager to be sacked would be David Moyes, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I must take that video down still because that is terrible, man. I just thought because at that time they didn't sign anyone. They didn't sign Ward-Prowse, or they were linked with Maguire, and I was thinking, what if they sign these guys? I was thinking, this guy might get sad. They might be in a relegation battle again. But this is before Kudus and all of these guys came. So give me a break in it, but I might have to take that video down now because that was terrible. But but West Ham, they look impressive, man. And Luton, they came back in the second half. I saw one of these guys, and one of you guys are watching today. I saw you commenting, that is so true. West Ham, Luton should have had a penalty. How that's not a penalty on Ward-Prowse? Ward-Prowse literally doing that. That's a joke. I can't lie to you because they get a point. That's probably one of the biggest points they'll ever have as a team. That would start their Premier League season brilliantly. And like to be honest, like West Ham closing out the game, they didn't look the greatest. Like they looked quite shaky after they won 2-0. Zuma though, man of the match, played very well, brilliantly. Like did what he did best, kicking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, even in general, like look at
Catch as well.
he dominated that game, left, right, center. That assist that he had for Bowen, the first goal. That is well.
Did you guys
class.
see that person who put you kick it like a cat before
Oh yeah, no, there's video as well.
Sure.
Yeah, warming
yeah,
up.
the
That was
video,
the second
yeah.
Yeah, and then after the game,
was like, oh, Zuma, kick the ball and I kick the cat. And the guy starts
after
smiling.
the game, someone caught someone having a shower about it. That was funny, man.
Really?
Oh, that was hilarious.
No, but I love that. I love that part, like where it's just the togetherness and stuff. Like it's not all of these like fish bowls, like even like Tottenham and Arsenal, like
Listen, we could see Ten Hag having a shower soon. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
having
Arteta having a shower.
haven't it?
I'll do with his light bulb next to him.
But yes, before I actually go to OS, Willie, so obviously we're with Mohamed Kudus. What are your thoughts on the signing and why? Do you think
I'm
he'll
annoyed.
be
I wish
Better
he
than
was
Mount.
playing, man.
Better than Mount.
I'm annoyed, man. That's a brilliant
Yeah.
signing. And what they signed for £40 million. It's brilliant business. It's actually elite business. They've spent 100 million on Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, and Kudus. That's a whole new midfield. On top of that, they've kept
36.9 to be accurate.
He rejected Arsenal for West Ham. That is funny.
Yeah, he rejected Arsenal.
No, but to be fair, like I think we weren't really 100% interested. Deep, like guys, listen, yeah, let's be honest now. When we are interested in a player, we get that player, yeah. Rice, baby. When we want a player, we get that player. And I didn't even speak about Declan Rice in the Arsenal United game. Listen, I've got so many people on TikTok that were trying to just violate and be like, "Oh, he played shit. He was this and that." Listen, yeah, Declan Rice showed levels in that game. But anyway, it's not about Declan Rice. It's about West Ham. But yeah, yeah, no, I can't lie. It's a great result for West Ham. I think this is something good for Luton to build off of because out of all the newly promoted teams, this has been the best performance from the Premier League I've seen so far. I didn't watch Sheffield United Everton, so I wouldn't know. But from what I watched, 90 minutes, this has been the best performance. So big ups to both teams in that.
Really, really good points made there, mate. Obviously, yeah. No, it's all right. It's all right. Well, let's move on to you, bro. So, what were your thoughts on this game between Luton and West Ham United?
For me, Luton, I'll be surprised if they can get more than 12 points for me.
12?
12 is a lot.
12 points in the Premier League season.
They'd be lucky to get 3, mate.
Oh, he
doesn't drag. That's a drag. But I genuinely think
12 is taking the piss. I can't know. So you're saying that you'd be surprised if they win 4 games this season?
Of course, they look rubbish.
Okay.
If I was managing Luton right now, I can do a better job than Rob Edwards.
All right. So, okay. let me not say that. Yeah. Okay. So you're expecting them. You'd be shocked if they got maybe like 2 wins.
Rob
like
Edwards, his job is on the line. His job is on the line. I think
it's not.
The
fact
it is. They've lost 3 games
to the
in a
Premier League
row.
in the first place just shows that.
The thing is, I actually think someone else's job on the line. We'll get on that City fraud soon. But yeah. Anyways, back to this. Yeah. West Ham, listen, they're cooking, man. Moise, listen. For me, he's one manager I can put respect on because obviously, worked at United. I know he didn't do his best at United, but Sir Alex recommended it to the board, so blame on that fraud. But listen, not fraud, but he's still, by the way, is sitting next to the Glaze in the boarding room, which does my heading. So yeah, Kudus for me. That's another player that flipping Ten Hag wanted as well, man. That was
You
one.
just wanted the hot axe, come on.
Rumor. Oh, listen, you got Timber, so yeah, you guys trying to copy Ten Hag style, but does even listen, Kudus, brilliant signing. I think the midfield is very good. I think it's probably top 5 in the Premier League. I think their midfield, if you look at it,
in terms of quality, yeah.
In terms of depth.
Yeah,
in terms of quality, they're even.
Ward-Prowse as well. Ward-Prowse is a brilliant signing. So they've got a really good midfield. I think centre backs they can do better, but listen, West Ham they're looking good, man. The coffee guy that works in my school, he will be happy as well. So yeah, in general, I think West Ham can do something special. I think top 8 maybe this season, maybe higher. But listen, if they can keep going like this, I think they're in Europa League as well. So yeah, man, they are doing something special. If they win this Europa League, by the way, what a history for them. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll
yeah.
go into high. I can't lie. I'd
I
actually
won't
go
rule
to-
that out.
If we don't win the Champions League this year, I'll go into high.
I'm not winning the Champions League, mate.
Hey, we are not winning the
Mate,
Champions League.
United are going to the
I
Allianz
didn't mean like
Arena.
that. As in, if West Ham win Europa League and we don't win the Champions League,
United are going to the Allianz Arena with Eriksen in midfield, mate. So listen, we are in serious trouble. Hopefully,
Also,
Amrabat should be ready for that Bayern game. But listen, back to West Ham.
What's that, Eriksen's
Luton. I think if they look at their transfer window, they brought in Ross Barkley. Very good name because I call someone Ross Barkley from City players. So yeah, Ross Barkley. Who else have they brought in? I don't even know.
Steve Chong as well.
Steve Chong, yeah.
One foot. I can't lie. He's more one foot than Anthony, bro. That guy tired at ball, fam. I watched him in the West Ham game. He made me sleep, fam. He's so dead.
Yeah. Luton. Listen, Rob Edwards. Listen, let's see if we can turn it around for me. Let's see if we can turn it around. But I know it's pretty hard because of the stadium still developing, and I think when they go to away games, that's when they look even more poor, man. They don't show no fight, man. Listen, Luton, you have to show some fight.
They're not Premier League quality. I'm not gonna lie.
For your travelling fans, man, show some fight for your travelling fans, man. Because honestly, when United players, when they don't clap their away fans, that's what pisses me off the most. So show some pride to your away fans that have the balls to wake up 5 a.m. for a bus coach for 7 hours journey. So. Listen,
Luton, after the game was calm because most of the United fans live in London anyways, but we won't get into that.
Yeah,
but it was a good result nonetheless for West Ham. Let's move on to
West Ham. Hardy, what do you think? Is David Moyes doing an excellent job, Hardy? David Moyes?
Yeah, I think if you look at what actually happened this summer, he was actually under intense pressure considering the conflict on and off pitch when Rice actually left the club, the actual anger and frustration around lack of signings. But overall, I think with David Moyes, I think he'd definitely be really influential for West Ham this season. I think he will do amazing things, such as maybe win the Europa League, perhaps actually mounting potential Europa League charge, and also possibly Champions League. You never know. I mean, if you look at the squad, it's definitely up there to be one best in the league. I think with David Moyes, should they continue his backing, he will no doubt be really good as manager for the Premier League.
Yeah, next game.
Right, so Sheffield United 2, Everton 2. So, what an absolutely falling game to fair. I actually put it as a 2-0 Everton win. However, it didn't actually come to that. Let's go into Willie first. Willie, what were your thoughts on this game?
First of all, listen, that save from Pickford, I think that's one of the best Premier League saves you're going to see this year. That save, the double save, when he tipped onto the crossbar, and then save, it's saves like that, it's games like that that could keep Everton in the Premier League. Because you guys are talking about how Luton, they're doing their stadium and stuff. Everton have this spanking new idea of 60,000 seat stadium, beautiful, arena and stuff like that. Listen, if Everton go down, I said this in my video, innit? If you guys watch my videos, you know. But what I'm saying is, I said this already, that if Everton go down, it'll be one of the best things that could happen to them because they could rejuvenate that entire squad. The entire squad is on disgusting wages, is with a bunch of players that don't care. There's no motivation in that team. So they get rid of that whole squad and they bring in a squad of young, hungry players that want to play to the style that hopefully a better manager, because Sean Dyche wouldn't fit the mold at Everton if they were to change and redo everything again. If they were to do that, kind of like what Sheffield United did, to be honest, where obviously Chris Wilder football is a bit different to the football they're playing now. If they would do that, I think if they were to come back up in the next season, I think they'll be perfect. I think they'll stay forever. Because I think, deep it, Everton, they are in big trouble. You don't realize it, but this is now this could be now 3 seasons in a row where they're in a relegation battle. And for the amount of money they spent, they've spent a disgusting amount of money, on mid players. And then after, when you look at people like Alex Iwobi, who's gone to Fulham out of nowhere, don't know how much money they got for him, 30 million or something like that. The amount they're letting go of their best players because they know that it's not looking good. Amadou Onana, he's a great player, but they're not. What are they going to sell him for?
One for United.
They can't sell him for more than 40 million because look at the state of their team. They're in trouble. They need to sort it out. But Sheffield United, I want to give them their flowers real quick as well. They played very well. Cameron Archer, Villa Loney looks decent, looks quite well, got a very nice goal. Obviously the Pickford on goal, unlucky, but is what it is. But Sheffield United, now what? 2 points now, I think, this season. They played well against City as well. They're unlucky to lose.
1 point, 1 point, 1 point.
1 point, yeah. They've had a relatively tough start though, so I'd say, yeah, going into it, it's not too bad. But this is like the main relegation 6-pointer, and to say that in September is mad.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not very early to say about Sheffield United being relegated, but you never know. You never know in the Premier League. Ollie, let's move on to you, bro. So, obviously, with Sheffield United versus Everton game, what we always thoughts and why? What's your assessment game?
Listen to me now. This is why Aaron Ramsdale should be England's number 1. Own goal from Pickford, absolutely ridiculous. I know he gets 6 saves, but listen, Ramsdale, Arsenal's number 1, brilliant goalkeeper.
Stinker.
You know, Pickford, he's given all this chance to be number 1, and Ramsdale was picked for the team. And he's never played. One game he's played, yes, we lost 4-1, but we're playing Scotland in a friendly. I want to see Ramsdale start in that game. Who cares if it's a friendly? We've obviously got Ukraine in the qualifiers. We'll play Pickford then. But for me, anyway, we'll move on to the game. Good. I mean, both teams have only got 1 point from 4 games, which is absolutely ridiculous. So both teams are in a relegation battle at the moment. Well, not at the moment. I know it's too early on to say that, but at the moment, Everton 18th, Sheffield 17th. Very boring. And you think, I think I predicted an Everton win. I should have really predicted a draw because in the comments, stop your Ramsdale agenda, bro. I have a flipping fan page about him. How can I not stop the fan page, the Ramsdale agenda?
Can we just
chill out in the comments, Hanno? Just chill out. But
Settle down, guys. Settle down.
Sheffield United are going down, I think. Everton, we've got them next, which is a must win. I heard someone in the comments, someone in a group chat, whatever, said we need to win.
And there's Damari Gray.
Chill out, man. We need to, our record away against Everton is very bad, but we really do need to win that game after the draw.
Last time we beat them away from home, Wayne Rooney was starting. Let me just say that.
Exactly. But we really need to. Everton have been one of the poorest teams this season, and if we lose that game after international break, it'd be ridiculous, and we're not going to win the league. So for us to win the league, we need to win those sort of games. I said Sheffield United are going down. Everton, they're definitely going to be in a battle for relegation. I don't know whether they'll go down, but they'll be in a battle. But really not much to talk about this game. It was 12:30 on TNT Sports. They call it now. I preferred BT Sport. But yeah, I'll move on now. But good. You can't really say good result for either team. It's a draw, point for each team, point on both. Both teams got a point on the board now. Everton have got Arsenal away, Arsenal at home, and Sheffield United have got Tottenham at home. So convinced, weirdly enough, they're both playing North London teams next time they play. But yeah, boring game. And yeah, both teams are going down, possibly.
I absolutely agree with you, Ollie. Absolutely agree with you. Oris, obviously, with this game, what were your thoughts and why?
Yeah, I mean, I watched half of it because I think that was a 12:30 game. 12:30 game. I came back from work, so yeah, I watched like 20 minutes of it. I think that young stuff. I think Willie mentioned that youngster. He looked promising.
Okay.
Everton, I don't know, man. I think Onana, that's one to watch for United because I do feel like United might try and prioritize him. I would take him, but at a good price. At a good price for me. Let's not overprice these players.
40 mil at least.
40 more max. We should not be 40 more max. 35 million plus add-ons, maybe we can do that. But yeah. Everton, they look poor, man. Sean Dyche. I get why all people that rate this guy. I'm not saying I don't rate him, but I feel like he gets overrated for me, overhyped in the English media for me. He's a good manager. Don't get me wrong. Some of the Everton players, they're not good enough. If I'm being honest, let's look at I think Damari Gray is the only one.
He's left.
He's
left. He went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but for recently.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Can't hope it's Danjuma, maybe. That's my boy.
Oh, that's your boy, man. That's your boy, Danjuma. That's your boy, Danjuma.
My guy.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I do think they'll stay up because they always piss me off like this. They start bad. I just think the home crowd, Goodison Park, the fans will get behind them. So I don't see them going down. But hopefully Everton do a masterclass against these absolute 4 stars down below us. But yeah, other than that, they need to fix up soon as possible and start winning games, or else their fans will be very, very mad. So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're already mad because they're already mad because they're walking out early. I saw one of the games that they went out early, so they're already mad at Sean Dash and the players. So they need to start getting results as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, the overall WWF occur as well. If you look at Everton as well, historically fantastic club, but they need investment immediately if they want to stay in the Premier League. Simple as that. But let's move on to the next game, guys. So it is another 2-2 draw between Brentford and also Bournemouth. So another entertaining game at the Brentford Community Stadium. Another really intense game.
Sorry.
Another
I think
outstanding
that
game for the
just
season.
No, no, no.
What Willies? What is the game boy?
Sorry, I think Della just
Go for
into
my
the DM from the
go.
Arsenal game.
Just go from
Yeah, so what? Brentford, Bournemouth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Bournemouth are comfortably staying up this year. Like their football, I think Solanke's finally asserted himself as a good Premier League striker. I think they've made some good signings. Sinister from Leeds, decent buy. Max Aarons at right back, very solid pickup, I'd say as well. Got a new manager. Like also big up to David Brooks as well for scoring the goal as well.
Well
After everything
played.
in the past few years, we'd love to see that as well. But yeah, the few takeaways I had from this game, Brian Mbamo is that guy. He is that guy. Like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like to step up whilst Ivan Toney hasn't been playing. Obviously, he has carried that team on his back in the attack. Him and Wissa, and even that Shada guy, the striker that they got, that kid that they have up top. He's good. He's a good player. I think like Brentford, they just don't get it wrong, do they? It's annoying, isn't it? They just never get it wrong. Like, even the goalkeeper is solid.
Oh yeah, Flecken.
They don't get it wrong, man. But I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I would say as a Brentford fan, if I was annoyed, is this game, like the previous game against Palace, that they drew that game, and now they've drawn this game. Maybe that should be 6 points picked up because they are a relatively tough team to beat at home. But Bournemouth, 100%, I think they should take this result. They didn't play that great, but it was a bit of a smash and grab in terms of the draws. Both of the goals were kind of against the run of play. And in general, Brentford do what they do best against these sort of teams. They dominate possession, create chances. That Jensen goal as well, top class as well. That chip. I don't know if it was this game or the game before. I don't know when it was, but it was a great finish. But and Burmo, that turn, yeah, moving like Thierry Henry, fan, that little turn off and then dispatches that. Lovely. I can't lie, he's a great player, man. And if he gets playing, you never know, man. Like he could switch nations and play for France and get a call. You never know. Like he's been playing well, so yeah, man. But big up to these guys. I think it's gonna be a good season for both of them.
That's very true. I mean, Thomas Frank, what a fantastic coach as well. He's actually building something special in Brentford. They focus vision, the style of play, the way that the system is actually implemented. Brentford are definitely on the rock.
His ethos.
To a certain degree, yeah. But absolutely, they're actually a fantastic run football. Ollie, let's go to you then. So, what were your thoughts on this game? Do you think it was another entertaining game in this casual game week?
Yeah, another entertaining game. Obviously, it was a 3:00 kickoff, so I couldn't watch the game. Obviously, keeping an eye on the updates on Sky Sports. Yeah, as said with Waleed, I agree with Mbappe. Brilliant player. That's why I have him in my fantasy. And sorry, you will probably hear me mention fantasy a few times in here, because my team got 81 points. So just to say that. Martin Jensen as well with the goal. Solanke with the goal as well, and obviously, Waleed mentioned it as well. David Brooke get a goal. I don't know what happened with the manager. He got a yellow card. The Bournemouth manager.
Ariola.
Yeah, man. Big up to him, man.
Yeah, and obviously, fellow Welsh player Chris and
Did he used to play right back for Real Madrid? If I correct myself, right back for Real Madrid.
You're thinking about Arbeloa, they're different players.
I don't think. But yeah, obviously, is David Brooks Welsh as well? Yeah,
he's Welsh.
Two Welsh players coming on.
Big up to him.
So obviously, I don't support Wales football. I support rugby, but I support England football. But yeah, obviously, Bournemouth aren't the best team. A team I predicted to go down last season. They're 16th. Brentford as well. Obviously, I know a Brentford fan, not to mention, who would probably be happy. Probably not with a win, but obviously we've got David Raya now from Brentford, so they're playing Mark Flecken in goal. And actually, some news that David Raya can play in the Carabao Cup against Brentford away, so that's good.
Lovely stuff.
But yeah, obviously they've got a good defense as well. Ben Mee, obviously former Burnley player, Pinnock, Hickey, Henry, and obviously even without
Henry, though. I can't
even
like,
without
if you know a serious team, they should go sign him.
even without Tony, they're
Rico
proving
Henry,
they can do well.
Oh,
Weiser, obviously
I
up
was
front
not
isn't
going
the
for
best, but Don
but
Bisanki is a
back.
brilliant player. Neto in goal for Bournemouth, brilliant goalkeeper. And then Brentford made quite a lot of subs. But yeah, just to sum up the game, good draw, I guess. Both teams didn't lose the game. Brentford at 8th, Bournemouth 16th. But I'll move on now. But good result for both teams, I guess. No team lost. Another 2 will draw. But you do want to see a team winning. It's more satisfying when you see a team win instead of a draw. And those are the only 2 draws from the game week. So proves that winning games is important. But yeah, both teams will take a point, I guess.
That's true. That's true. I absolutely agree with assessment. Wes, how about yourself, bro? The thing is, when it comes through Brentford point of view, you think this is a really good result for them, specifically against Bournemouth?
I think they should have won. They would have taken the 3 points definitely, but there's 1 point. They have to move on to the next game, really. So yeah, listen, people know my thoughts on Thomas Frank, the tactician master, the Danish master. So listen, big up to him. And yeah, I expect Bournemouth to stay up this season. I don't think they'll have issues up. Well, don't know really, but yeah, Brentford, they look good, man. They look good. Obviously, Tony's suspended, but they're still looking good team. So they got Weiser and Rico Henry should be one that United should be looking at, but they won't be looking at him because they think Luke Shaw is the prime Roberto Carlos, so they will keep him forever. So
and he's better than Luke Shaw.
He's staying, man. He's staying, and
What's
he's
that
right now as we're speaking, he's probably playing Call of Duty. So listen, he can do his fake injuries and stuff. I don't believe he's injured. Mason Mount, I know a fake injury. So for me, listen, Brentford, I feel like I don't know. From my point of perspective, I think 3 points was a must in this game. But you know what? They didn't lose. That's 1 point. That's one thing. They didn't lose. But still think if Brentford are clinical with their chances, then they can win, score lots of goals and win games. But yeah, that's how I see it because we've got a Brentford fan in our group chat, and obviously he talks about the clinicality that the clinical chances that Brentford have, and they need to take it. So yeah, if they're clinical, they'll win more games. So yeah.
Really good points, guys. Really good points over there. And let's move on to the next game. Obviously, Postecoglou balls cooking, 5-2 Tottenham against Burnley, who without a doubt are in double situation on the coach.
You're getting sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. Vincent Kompany, you're getting sacked in the morning.
Oh, you know what?
He's so overrated, I swear to God. The man of hype. Kompany, man. Overrated manager in the world.
Listen, I can't lie. Let's not do that, yeah? Like, he's still... I don't think he's overrated. He's just naive. Like, you can't play the same football you're playing in the Championship and the Premier League because you had the best squad in the Championship. Now in the Premier League, you can't be putting guys like, I don't know, Jack Cork or Daryl O'Shea 1v1 against guys like Son. Like, you're gonna get destroyed. Like, come on. So I think he's got to just sort that part out. I think he needs to go use his international break to reflect and really look at his team because even like games against Aston Villa at home to get spanked 3-1, like obviously Villa are a great team, but you should be looking at those games thinking, yeah, we can get something from that. So I think they should be doing better. Yeah, all these fans, all right. Cheeky.
Oh yeah, so
cheeky.
Who's Melissa Oli?
Ollie, get him, boy. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into
Get
I'll quickly start off here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been saying this. Yeah, from when Ange got appointed, I was thinking, I don't know if I like this because I knew. Obviously, you guys were saying, "Oh yeah, Selwick and this and that," but I knew that some of the football that he was playing, like I only ever watched like one Celtic game when he was in charge. But even in general, yeah, I watched them. I was thinking, I can't like this manager because I heard of him before he went to Celtic, but I didn't know enough about him. But I saw him going to Spurs. I was thinking, this guy looks like he could whip these guys into shape, and he's done more than that. In my opinion, this might be very, very, very crazy stretch, but I think Tottenham have had the best transfer window in the Premier League. You look at James Maddison, £40 million for a baller like that in this day and age, in this market, when you got United and Arsenal splashing 60, 70 million for Mount Havertz. They've put us to shame. Let's be honest. They've put us to shame. I'm not gonna lie. So that's brilliant business. Doggy, they signed him last year, but he's coming this year. He looks class, man. He looks brilliant.
Who's that? Who?
Doggy,
The doggy, the left back.
He's quality.
Even like the goalkeeper looks solid. The Van der
Better
Ven
than
guy, he
Luke
looks
Shaw,
solid.
Vicario.
He's better than Luke Shaw. That left back's
Vicario.
better than Luke Shaw.
Vicario, Van der Ven, these guys, like even like Sarr and
Nah,
Basuma.
Vicario,
feels like a new
He's
signing.
not it. Vicario, no.
Sarr and Basuma, they look like new signings. They look like completely different players how they were playing last year. They look
And also
like
Brennan
brilliant.
Johnson as well. Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson, no, that signing, I'm
Brennan
not gonna lie,
Johnson,
I don't really get that one too much. Unless
I
they're gonna
wanted him to
do
stay at Forest.
what I think they might do.
He's a good player. He's a good player, guy.
He's a good player. He's almost single-handedly the reason why Forest stayed up last year. He bagged like nearly 10 goals. He's a good player. But what I'm saying is this year, I think what they might do is he's better on the wing. Son is better at striker clearly than on the wing because they tried this little thing of playing Richarlison striker, Son on the wing. Obviously, Son's naturally a left wing and he's bagged all his goals on the left wing. But Richarlison's shocking at football.
Yeah.
So yeah, get him off the pitch. I think they're gonna try to play Brennan Johnson, Kulusevski, and Son as their front three for now. And I think I'm not gonna lie, that's a tantalizing midfield.
What about Solomon? What about Solomon?
Son, another hat trick.
No,
there.
Solomon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he had a good little purple patch.
Yeah, he got
He's not a star.
He's a free transfer. We'll see how he does in it. But he's not Premier. He's not starting. He's not quality to start. But I think Brennan Johnson, Son, and Kulusevski, I think that could be a solid starting pairing. And they look a solid team. Like obviously they went 1-0 down after 4 minutes, so like they had to regroup. But still, that Romero strike as well for a centre back to be bagging goals like that. Have some shame.
Accuracy then. What accuracy?
Wallet. But I don't like this because first game back after Everton, we faced them North London derby at the Emirates. That's going to be a very good game. And if we don't sort our performances by then, Tottenham can link something. And there's been many times because obviously even through the years of Poch, when they were playing their best football, almost challenging for Premier Leagues, they came to the Emirates. They still never got the job done. They still never got the points that they needed. Years when they were against Champions League finals, they came to the Emirates. They never won. So, and bearing in mind, these are worse Arsenal teams. These are some of the worst Arsenal teams we've had against some of the greatest Arsenal teams they've ever had. Can never beat us at the Emirates. So I think now, for both of us, like I'd say we're just ahead of them because of our year that we had last year compared to them. I think it'll be a tantalizing watch. But Burnley, as I said, they need to do some reflecting because to pick up 0 points or 1 point or whatever it is, it's not good enough for the championship champions. Like you got to start off like that. Everybody was saying they're going to finish top 10. They're going to kick on and do brilliantly. I never saw that. I only put them 15th in my Premier League predictions. I didn't think they were going to do that great. I thought they should at least comfortably stay up. But that's not looking like it. And they need to sort it out ASAP. Or Burnley fans might come for company's head. Like, you never know. So, yeah, but great result for Tottenham.
No, you've actually summed it up cleverly, really. Obviously, with Burnley style play, you can't really translate that from the Championship to the Premier League. You've got to adapt. You've got to be compact this side. And the thing is, literally, if you lack the structure, you're going to get found out. Simple as that.
Structure, ethos, these are the words that they need to make sure that we stay in the league.
Oh my
God. Identity, system, passes play, principles, so
I don't know
on.
how
Infrastructure.
How many buzzwords do you use, Hardy, man? You're like Arteta, man. The buzzwords.
You know what we should do later on, yeah? We should get some merch, some Aristotle football merch here. Just say infrastructure, ethos, blazes out. I'll buy that.
No, I actually understand the words, but yeah, the thing is, it's really true though that they need to know.
Ronaldo match for Hardy.
Yeah, no, Garnacho will be doing a lot of things with that match, I'll tell you that. But,
so yes, Ollie, let's go to you, bro. The biggest, obviously with Ange Ball, it's definitely cooking right now. Do you see Tottenham having a really good season considering the result against Burnley as well? That 5-2 wins, really convincing.
Yours?
Yeah, look, good result for Tottenham. I don't really like Tottenham as a team. Of course, obviously as an Arsenal fan, but good for them to get a win, and obviously they're doing well at the moment. Same, obviously. So Arsenal, West Ham, Liverpool, and Tottenham are the only teams to get 10 points in the league so far. So they've won 3 and drawn 1. For me, Burnley's point of view, Trafford in goal. I know him very well. He used to be at Bolton for 2 years on loan.
You know him, okay?
I don't know him personally, and actually, it's funny enough.
They're disrespecting my Kosovan guy, man. What happened to
Hey,
Muric?
fuck,
Man?
dude.
Wait, what did they do to Muric? Did they sell Muric? What happened to Muric, their goalkeeper?
I don't know, but they bought
It's on the
Trafford.
bench. I think it's on the
Yeah, it's
bench.
probably
Mate.
not a good
But
goalkeeper.
Trafford's their number
Disrespect
one
my
now, and
Kosovan brother,
I know
man.
him from Bolton. Good
He's not a good
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper,
He obviously did well in the Euros under 21s. He saved a penalty and saved again, and we won the Euros. And he kept the clean sheet in every game. Moving on to the game, good hat trick for Son. Don't really like him as a player. Might get him in fantasy. Solomon as well. As Waleed says, not really sure if he's a starter. So Brennan Johnson will play. Personally, I wanted him to stay at Nottingham Forest. Obviously, he's also a fellow Welsh player as well. Maddison as well, getting a goal. Kulusevski, not the best of games, getting a yellow card and subbed off. Bashuma, Sarr, and their defense is, this doggy guy is looking good. Van is looking all right. Romero getting a goal as well. Pereiro, and then Vicario. Sorry for my pronunciations. I'm awful with pronunciation. Don't clip me on it. Don't clip me. Vicario in goal.
Listen, you're not worse than Hardeep, trust me.
Then Leo Foster getting the goal and Brownhill. But listen, for me, Burnley, they are definitely going down. I think I predicted them to stay up in the predictions, but I think they're going down, man. Vincent Kompany isn't a good enough manager.
Let me reply to this comment. Mark Gobbage meme says Oresti told me if Havertz play. Listen, I said let me correct you. Because this guy he's my cousin. Hang on.
We've got footage, lads.
Havertz starts, and if Party starts right back, you don't have a chance. So, that's correction right there.
I remember that.
Mark Gobbage.
You did have a chance until the 95th minute.
This comment I am not accepting. So yeah. Hashim, big up to you.
Big up.
Yeah, just I'll sort of move off quick, but yeah, for me, Burnley, they're bottom of the table. 3 games they've played. Obviously, the game got cancelled against Luton. The only 2 teams not to play 4 games. I just don't think Vince Kompany, former player, a bit similar to Arteta. They haven't got a good enough squad as well. I thought Trafford would do well for them. He hasn't kept a clean sheet yet. Tottenham as well. Tottenham are going to surprise us. I think they'll get top 4, and obviously Oresno's top 5 get Champions League now. So it'll be interesting.
No, I don't know that. The Premier League knows that, not me. I didn't.
Yeah, no, but you told me about it. I was just saying, you know.
Changed that.
So 6th and 7th will be Europa League and Conference League, will it?
No, I think 6 will be Europa League, and 7th. I don't know actually.
7th, and then maybe 8th Europe.
No. Hardy, because since you're connected to the Premier League, Hardy, what's the rules? Was 6?
Is it top 5? Top 5 Champions League, 6th Europa League, 7th Conference League, and 8th nothing.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but moving on, good result for Tottenham. Burnley.
Big up to you, man.
At the moment, I know it's 3 games in, but they are going down at the moment. And Tottenham are looking good. They'll get top 4 possibly. I did predict.
Come to London. Sorry, Ollie. I'm going to say this guy. Come to London, man. We need to link up, man. Hang on.
Who, me?
No, not you. Even him and the Mark Gobbage, man. Come to London. Let's link up, man. But yeah, big up to you. And lady, this guy, don't you? Dan. Also, aka what was his other account?
What? Road to Red Devils.
Road to Red Devils.
I remember you, mate. Yeah.
What guy?
Was it? Oh, damn.
Yeah. Listen.
Let me drink this last bit.
Talk to me. DM, Instagram.
Yeah?
Come to London. Let's link up. But yeah, my thoughts. You know what? Oh wait, Ollie, did you finish? I'll let you finish first.
Yeah, just as I said, good win for Tottenham, and as the moment, I think Burnley are going down, but we'll wait and see. I know it's only 3 games in. Tottenham looking good as well, but yeah, move on now. Good win for Tottenham.
Hey, I'm waiting for you. Come on.
But yeah, listen,
how about you?
My thoughts on Tottenham. Listen, all those United fans that came over. When I said James Maddison was better than Mount, Beth from United stand, is probably secretly dating Mason Mount. Beth, shame on you, Beth. All those fans that came at me. Well, Beth didn't come at me, but those fans that were protecting Mount, saying back the guy. There's no need to back the guy because it's clear if you use 2 eyes, Maddison is a better footballer than Mount. But what United fans say, Hardy, is Mount gives the energy to the midfield. He presses the energy that it gives me a boner when he gives us the energy. Like, listen, the word energy is overhyped for me. I don't care about energy. I mean, energy.
Bro is saying words are overhyped.
Energy is part of what you're getting paid for. You're getting paid
Bro is having
to
beef
play
with
football,
words.
play a football match, and do your best. Running around, you don't get credit for that from me. So, listen, go back to Tottenham. I think they've done very good business, to be fair, in the transfer window. I think the price for, what's his name again, Forest player, too much for me. Brennan Johnson, too much for me. But listen, Spurs, and they're coming to cook Arsenal Emirates, because I'm pretty sure after Arsenal play Everton, they got a Champions League game. So, who's your first Champions League game, by the way, Arsenal fans?
PSV.
PSV. I'm going to be there.
Home or away? Home or away?
Do you know, guys? I'm going to the first women's game, the Arsenal women's.
Wait, is it PSV at home or away?
It's home. It's home. Wait, you're going to the PSV game?
Yeah, I'm about to secure.
Yeah, he's gonna watch.
Come on, Arsenal!
PSV destroy Arsenal.
I'm gonna do a little like.
No.
Do a little match day vlog as well.
We've got an easy group.
Send it to me and I'll upload it. But yeah,
I'll post on my TikTok as well, so make sure you guys watch out for that. I'm going to every Arsenal home game. I'm making sure I'm going to
really
make
every
sure
Arsenal home game.
Guys. Make sure you're following
group Champions League game.
Oh, Champions League game. Okay.
With Sevilla.
Do you live in London?
No, Ollie. He lives in France.
Do you live in London?
Yeah. I live like 2 minutes from Arsenal Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, for me, listen, I think Tottenham, they're looking good on that Big Ange, man, as they call him, Big Ange Anderson. Ange Postecoglou is what I'm calling him. I'm not calling him Big Ange. I think that's a bit harsh to call him Big Ange, because of his. I don't know if it's his nickname or the way they call him, but Ange Postecoglou is doing something. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very skeptical when Tottenham appointed him. I was like, you know what, coming from the Scottish League, can he do the same for Tottenham? No, listen, he's borrowing his own principles, his own. I'm not going to use hard these buzzwords, but his own ethos and his own infrastructure. But listen, Daniel Levy is still the main issue for me. I still think, he's.
And the ownership as well, Enoch.
No, but at least he's got some.
Enoch, is he not arrested? Apparently, Enoch's arrested.
One of the owners,
yeah.
Dude, Paratici.
Yeah, Paratici is arrested, but I think Enoch, he did something in America that was very dodgy. Yeah, hopefully Avram Glazer next. But listen, Tottenham, they're looking good. Burnley.
Why did you say Arsenal keep dreaming?
No, he said. I think because when I said Tottenham will have a chance to beat Arsenal, he said keep dreaming. So
okay.
Tottenham haven't beaten. Who's age?
Arsenal.
Beaten Arsenal at the Emirates. Obvious, exactly. But
the
thing is, our record at Tottenham isn't great.
We'll talk about Arsenal. No, we've already talked about Arsenal.
Yeah, we've already talked about Arsenal.
Willie and Ollie have already said about Havertz. But yeah. I mean, Burnley, listen, company, stop playing your championship football style, man. All the clips that I saw at him when it was at Anderlecht, this is a fucking disgrace performance, guys, and stuff, yeah. Stop, change up your style, yeah. Because Burnley fans have had enough. Well, not with company, but with the style of football, they've had enough. So for me, company, 50-50 on him. I know I respect him. City legend any day of the day. I respect him as a player. Very good player. Leadership. One word to describe company is leadership for me. So it was a very good player. I was jealous of him, but as a manager, you have to. When things don't go well, you have to change. As a manager for myself, when things don't go well in matches, you got to change up. Not you really, but yeah. Company. Listen. Can you not play Muric, man? Try out the Kosovan keeper, man. That's my guy, man. Try out Muric.
No, Trafford's going to play
listen, James Trafford, man. I can't believe City got 20 million from James Trafford and you now reject 60 million from both McTominay and Maguire, man. That is shambles. But for me, Burnley, they have to pick up themselves and just try.
You're Albanian. Why do you care about Kosovo? You're Albanian.
What? Kosovo is Albania, mate.
No, it's not. It's a different country.
Accepted the
Ollie is connected.
Oh,
by the way, what's your fault? The goalkeeper on for United.
Oh, Nana, what's my name?
Nana. What's my name?
For me, listen, I have nothing to say. He's done some mistakes. That's about it. He's done some mistakes. He will learn from it. He's a leader in the dressing room. But if we don't have the right players at the back, because we have Johnny Evans and Maguire, what the hell do you expect Onana to do? I don't go United fans or any rival fans.
You're telling me that he should be doing better for the second and third goal?
Second goal was fucking Johnny Evans' fault.
Yeah, he got deflected. okay, he got deflected,
Yeah,
but he got a hand to it, a big hand to it. And the third goal,
Evans is
listen, the third goal, yeah. Obviously, Dalot's probably still sliding into Portugal right now, getting a nice little massage. But what I'm saying is, obviously, when he got sent, Jesus, one for one of Onana, yeah. You know he's not going to put it in their post, yeah. You know he's going to put it far post. Why are you going to put your body in a situation where you think he's going to go in their post? It's just about using common. Sometimes you're goalkeepers, isn't it? Because man used to be a goalkeeper back in my day, innit? Yeah, 7. That was it. But I'm saying, I actually played a few games ago, and it's one of them was you got to use your brain and use common sense, yeah. More time, if a guy's getting the ball, yeah, he's going to bend it like other side. Be ready to dive to that side. Pause, obviously. But anyway, we've got Rhythm is a dancer, Anthony Alanga. Oh, what?
Alanga.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know the rest of the chant. It's a dead chant. But it's I can't lie. I'll just quickly start off with this game, innit? But
Chelsea.
listen, before I even banter Chelsea, because it's getting boring now, innit? Like, I just want to give a few stats in that. Yeah. These man had 3 wingers on the bench, but they still decided to play bench right left wing, first of all. Second thing, yeah. Like, I'm literally playing.
Wait, Cole Palmer plays for Chelsea now.
Yes, Ollie.
Yeah.
Please try not to interrupt.
Yeah. No, he sounded like about a week ago. But what I'm saying is,
a week ago.
No, because you can't be spending £1 billion on a transfer window, yeah, and then you can't even beat.
He's magic, you know, Maurizio Pochettino. Oh my god.
But like I can't lie. Even like Forest and Chelsea, they're set up the exact same way. Like there was about 5 number 10s on the pitch. Like there's no wide players. Like they're just playing the exact same way. On top of that, Poch is playing a 4-2-3-1 in pre-season. But then when you compare it to the Premier League, he's playing the back 3. It doesn't make sense. Like
that's all hard to me, by the way. Put some respect on
you got to use common sense in it. Maybe that's probably because Nkunku got injured, so they had to revert things. But now that you got Cole Palmer, which I think is a stupid.
I don't get that signing. You know what the hell is that for signing?
No,
mate, the way Chelsea Football Club disrespect Broge, by the way, I've got a sister snap, so it's easy for me to message your sister because the way Chelsea Football Club disrespect. Hardy, what's that look for Hardy? Relax.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Broge, the way he gets disrespected by Chelsea Football Club is an absolute shambles.
Forrest has gone clear, man. He's got Broge's sister snap, man. We've got to chat to him.
You got Brody's sister's snap.
Even like the only game
on TikTok for you page.
The only game that I was only impressed of Chelsea this season was the Liverpool game, and that's because they didn't have a complete midfield. They were playing Gakpo in midfield. That's the only reason why. That's the only game they actually impressed me in, and I thought, these guys are gonna kick on. Get slapped up by West Ham. Antonio absolutely cooking Colwell. Man barged him into next week, and then you look at what was the next game after that. Luton, good result. But then you look at Forest. They've won 2 away games since they've been promoted, and like Chelsea, they've won 6 games in 2023 alone, and we're in September.
That is admissible.
That is a relegation. That is, how dare you say that you're the best team in London and you win 6 matches in a year? Don't just think you can shout my name. I don't care how many Champions Leagues you have. Have some shame, all right? Dead club. You spent £1 billion and you're 12th again. Just shut up, man. I want to chat to no Chelsea fans, man. The best thing about them this season is their kits, man. How can you spend £1 billion and Robert Sanchez?
Yeah, but they haven't even got sponsors on their kits, though.
Exactly. Yeah, he's had free on their.
Listen, there's a sponsor right top right. Chelsea. Just all you have to do is message them.
What I'm saying is this year, like if you're spending £1 billion on a transfer window, I'm expecting to see Onana in goal. I'm expecting to see Rafael Leao left wing. I'm expecting to see Tonali midfield. I'm expecting to see maybe even Isak up top. I'm trying to see players, bro. I don't even know what cameras are. I'm trying to see players in this team, fam. I'm not trying to see Conor Gallagher and Caicedo pivot. What sort of
he needs to stop doing that, man. He's not
Caicedo, had an absolute stinker. He gave the ball away for that goal as well. So people aren't going to speak about that. That debut against West Ham.
I used to support Chelsea when I was young. Listen, mate, I got that video. I got that video when he was echoed though saying I used to like Manchester United as a kid. So listen, trying to put fake PR quotes.
Listen, he got the bag of his life, yeah. Chelsea spent 150 million on a guy who's an absolute joke, man. But you know what?
And a 7-year contract as well.
This is the thing. I told Chelsea fans go get Vlahovic, but they told me, he's rubbish. So,
No, but even like Vlahovic is a dead striker. I've heard enough of people saying he's not a good striker, bro. If he was a good striker, he'd be starting at Juventus.
He's better
right
than
now.
Ronaldo.
No, they're starting flipping what Milik
Right
or
now, probably. Right now, probably. Yeah, but
they're not starting the
Ronaldo,
guy because the guy's not good. Yeah, if Chelsea want to be,
stat padding in
I
the
said
Saudi
this.
league.
Yeah,
Cardi.
listen. I'll put my flag down. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Before we move on. I'm gonna have to go soon as well, guys. But what I want to say is this. Yeah, the only striker. No Nicholas Jackson, yeah. The guy sounds. Listen, Nicholas Jackson, Nicholas Bobby, whoever the hell you want to talk about, yeah. The only striker that can go into Chelsea and break that number 9 cast is Victor Osimhen. I've been saying it for years. Listen, I've been saying this for years. He's the only striker that will go in that team and break that number 9 cast. No stupid Lukaku. Tommy Abraham, yeah. If you would have given him more time, he probably would have done very well. But for some reason they let him go. Cool. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz. Nicholas Jackson will have to wait and see in it. Broja. Like, you look at all of these players, yeah, they're just so dead. Listen, I'm saying that as a joke. But, you're letting guys like Awani, like, absolutely body count each other.
The way
Not making man.
Have
some shame. You spent £1 billion. Have some shame, fam. And
Yeah,
I'm annoyed. I had Raheem standing in my FPL for the past, 2 weeks, yeah? He got me 17 points last week. The brother got me 1 this week, fam. I don't want to hear it, fam. Chelsea fans, sort
Who
yourselves
have you had
out.
in your FBL?
I had Raheem Sterling. He got me 17
Sterling.
points last week, and then he's done. Yeah, he got a stinker this week. But anyway, I'm not talking about FPL right now because it's annoying. That's a shocking week. But what I'm saying is this year, obviously, Caicedo, we're going to give him time to adapt to this new Chelsea team. We're going to give all their players time because you can't spend £1 billion in a year and expect everyone to gel like that. That's common sense. Like, you guys have to, we're going to have to sort that out in it. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to leave now. But you know what? That was
Hardy's left.
brilliant.
Hardy's gone as well.
Yeah.
We should end soon.
So,
we should end soon.
Big up all of you guys. I'm just going to quickly give you guys
Shout out
my
your socials, man.
details. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys my details. Yeah. So, boom. If you want to find me, yeah, Willie Dino is one word. 1 on TikTok. Follow. One of my videos, the Arsenal United videos actually did quite well. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, just help a brother out, you know what I'm saying? If on my Twitter, I don't even remember my Twitter handle. I don't use Twitter. But if you want my Twitter for some reason, it's WRiggle47. So if you want that, calm. If you want my Instagram, it's Walida_05. Calm. Yeah. Yeah. Look out for a video I'm going to be posting tomorrow, yeah? Jordan Henderson, you absolute fraud. Absolute fraud. Oh, I didn't go to Saudi for the money. Shut up. Absolute joke, man. Idiot. But I'm going to speak about that in my video, but I'm out. Thanks, guys.
Big up Waleed, man. Big up Waleed. Right. Chelsea again, we're going to skip that because of time. Right. We're gonna save these 4 games, Man City game, for the next stream because of time.
Should we just go through quickly because we're going a bit.
Okay, City game, it was 5-1 for them. Yeah. I deleted it now, but City 5-1.
Yeah.
It should have been offside, but they won. At the end of the day, Fulham, they played well. Fulham gave their best, but I feel like they should have been more clinical. But what do you think, Ollie? Quickly.
The Man City game, yeah. I really wanted Fulham to win this game, but Man City obviously too good. They're the only team with 100% record. Haaland on fire, Alvarez getting a goal. Okay, yeah, but good win for Man City. Fulham aren't looking good. That's all I got to say.
100%. Brighton game. Listen, Brighton is looking big for United, man, because we played them at Old Trafford after the international break. But Brighton are looking good. Newcastle. Listen, there's people saying, should we criticize Eddie Howe? Listen, they've had tough games, so I don't think so. We shouldn't criticize them yet, but listen, they've had tough games at Brighton. They're looking good, man. They're looking good, but I'm not looking forward to them playing against them at Old Trafford. But it is what it is for me. Ollie, your thoughts?
Yeah, I know someone who supports Newcastle, and they're probably not going to be happy with this result. But good win for Brighton. They're doing very well at the moment. But yeah, good win for Brighton. I guess they are 6th now. They got 9 points, and Newcastle.
They're looking good, man. They're looking good.
14, yeah. But yeah, Brighton are looking good. They've got a goal difference of 6. 6 goal difference.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Next game, Palace 3-2 Wolves. That's good.
Yeah,
good
Hardeep's local team won't be happy.
Listen, his local team is absolute shambles. But Palace, listen, they're looking good. I mean, I wouldn't say they look. I mean, they're looking all right for me. In terms of the transfer that they had, I expected a bit worse from them. But listen, they get the wins. As long as you get the wins in these Premier League games, then that's what it counts. So they got the win. I know it was a pretty tight game because it was 2-2 and stuff. But Palace got the win at the end. Big up to, I think it was Edward scored as well. So big up to you guys. And yeah, big up to Palace for the 3 points. Ollie.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I watched the game. It must have been a 3 o'clock kickoff or something. I think it was it?
Yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah,
no, 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Honestly,
So
it's 2 o'clock.
yeah,
Sunday.
so Wolves, I'll quickly look through the table. Wolves are 15th, Palace 7th. Wolves only got 1 win, and Palace got 7 points. But yeah, good win for Palace. Wolves not looking so good. Hardeep's local team, but yeah, good win for Palace.
100%. Last game, Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0. Listen, Szoboszlai looks like a very good player. For the price that they got him, I think it was 40 million. That's a very good deal. So, listen, he's a very good player. Nunes, obviously, did he? I don't think he scored, did he? So yeah. Salah obviously scored. Depending on what his future looks like in the coming weeks, let's see. Because I think Saudi club is bidding. Saudi club wants Salah, so let's see about that. But Liverpool, their midfield is looking good. Obviously, with Gameweek in, so I might have to take up some United players and put some Liverpool players for my FPL. But no, they're looking good, man. Liverpool looking good. Aston Villa, I don't know why they went with the 5 at the back, but I expect them to bounce back anyways. But Ollie, your thoughts?
Yeah, so I said a 3-1 Liverpool. I thought Aston Villa would score, but they didn't. But yeah, good win for Liverpool. Obviously kept the clean sheet, and as you said, I'd probably get some Liverpool assets in my fantasy. Maybe Arnold, maybe Salah, because I used to have Salah a lot last season. Probably not Allison and Nunes, not really sure. But obviously, we don't really have to worry about our FPL teams for all because the deadline is the 16th of September, which is in 11 days. So we've got plenty of time to think of transfers and look at our team. So just focus on England, Ukraine, and England, Scotland, which is coming up, which is pretty boring because Southgate is an idiot and a fraud. He should be leaving, but be good to see England play and obviously a break from the Premier League now. And I've got a stream tomorrow, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, good win for Liverpool.
Yep, 100%. So yeah, that's been. Sorry, let me have my camera back on. That's been all the games. We've discussed them. I know we went over the limit with the timing, so we do apologize that we are trying to, for our stream, trying to make a 1 hour cap, but some of the games had to be discussed more than what we expected. But yeah, listen, guys. Quickly shout out the socials. You guys know where to find us. Orange Football on YouTube, Orange Footy on Twitter or X. I'll call it Twitter. Instagram, Orange Football. YouTube, Orange Football. If you're new, make sure to drop the subscribe button, smash the likes if you're ready. And if you guys want to know where Ollie is, where you can find Ollie, he's going to do his socials.
Yeah, so I'll quickly do my socials. So on YouTube, you can find me on a few other channels here on Arrest. I just want to big up Arrest for having me on, a big up Hardeep for hosting,
big up yourself.
And Waleed for joining. Obviously, a few people were supposed to here, not to mention, but they're probably busy or unavailable. Yeah, I'm on Hanno Coach's Corner. I'm on here. And if you want to find me on a few other channels as well that I can't really name. If you want to catch me on my channel, I've got a stream tomorrow, 7 p.m. Arrest will be there. A few people who can't join, but I'm hoping Elliot can be there as well, and a few other people. A lot of people can't join, so it'll probably be short guests, and I need to schedule that, and I've got the thumbnail. But yeah, DJ Sinclair on YouTube, all capitals, DJ Space Sinclairo, currently on 1,075, so looking to get that up. 1,000.
Drop the subscribe button, guys. Make sure you guys go subscribe.
And then on Instagram, Ollie.Sinclair556. I have about almost 850 followers to get me to that, and then we'll road to 1K. And also Aaron_Ramsdale fan page 1. On Twitter or X, as the rest has said. I don't really active on there, but if you want to find me, all lowercase DJ Sinclairo. Snapchat, Instagram, Snapchat, PS5 and PS4, I won't mention. Xbox, I won't mention.
Yeah,
that.
just message him privately for that.
Yeah, message me privately for that. And Mixcloud DJ Sinclair 556, SoundCloud DJ Sinclair. Apart from that, yeah, mainly follow my YouTube channel DJ Sinclair. I've got a stream tomorrow 7 p.m. and follow my Instagram as well, Ollie.Sinclair556. But big up the rest family on, big up the panel as well. Obviously, we were expecting more people, as I said, but it's good to have the panel. And obviously, as Ores said, we're sorry that we went over the hour mark. It's been an hour and a half now, but we've tried our best to go through the games quickly. But yeah, big up Ores for having me on.
Yeah, no, 100%, man, 100%. But guys, big up yourselves. The reason obviously we had to rush things because obviously after the stream I have to, do something. Obviously I've got. None of you guys don't know. I do have a friendly game this Sunday, so got to do some things, do some work myself. But listen, guys, make sure you have smashed the likes first of all. Subscribe if you haven't already. We will be back for the Game Week 5 preview. Don't know when, but as long as you have your notifications on, you guys will be notified. But for now, we
See you guys.
are out.
Big up.
Peace.